Occupied. The insult of it.
It's more than insulting.
It's salt in the wound. And that is my purview.
I could have daggers in 100 necks by nightfall.
No doubt. But more necks would present themselves tomorrow.
I have other daggers.
Am I interrupting?
You're a crow. And a deriva. You're expected. Forgive Thea. You know how she gets when a contract is delayed.
You're apologizing for her. Strange days.
On that, we would agree, and perhaps more.
You want help against the gods. We want Treviso free. We now think they may be the same problem. The occupation has a face. The Antam commander, Keith Lord Butcher Dathrata. But Viago thinks killing him outright is short-sighted.
The Butcher took the city suspiciously fast. Removing him is useless if someone else can repeat that, with the help of gods or something else. We all know assassination is not really about killing. It's about sending a message.
And what message would that be?
The crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free.
The gods care about taking Treviso.
The Butcher wants Treviso. The gods may just want the Antam.
But Antam distrust magic and outright fear demons. They should be enemies.
Power can turn anyone against their own interests, their own people.
We crows are all the army Antiva has, but it's not like we can field a garrison. Outside support?
The king would say to call on us. The price for being patriots.
Sounds like you think the occupation wasn't just about force.
Cruel as the Butcher is, he didn't break the city with a siege. It was sudden and complete.
Like he had it all mapped. Where to march and what to close off to choke resistance.
He had inside information? Spies?
He had something.
And until we know what it was, killing him isn't the contract.
Butcher Dathrata. What do you know about him?
The Antam army fractured, split among warlords, and he seems to have kept the most traditional discipline. And the rank and file like it. His numbers keep growing, but the Butcher himself is odd.
Odd how?
He gives daily speeches about how the occupation is somehow merciful. And the way he talks, it's familiar. It's like he thinks he belongs here. And I won't have it.
So we send a message from the crows. What's our first step?
We have a scout named Dareth. He said he was onto something the Butcher was hiding.
He was in the Drown district, so that's a place to start. Find our crow and help with his contract.
Help a fellow crow? Then what?
We break this occupation. We craft the message one step at a time.
And when we finally assassinate the person who leashed Treviso, that death will tell everyone. The crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free. I've noted the location of Dareth and his cousin, Jacobus, in the Drown district. They're always together. Jacobus may not trust you at first, because you're Kunari.
The occupation makes it difficult to appreciate the difference between regular Kunari and the Antam.
Hello, Air. How goes the training?
It is good to see you back in the Diamond. Your influence on Viago does not go unnoticed. He might not state it as frankly, but you know as well as I that crows are more aligned than they often appear to outsiders.
You're new as well, right? I'm like only chance.
Timete. Just Timete.
Hello.
Crows love a good zipline.
So, hiring the demon of Virantium was your suggestion.
It was a possible lead. Finding things and tracking Venatori. That's what I'm here for.
After all the jobs I did in Minrathis, the last thing I expected was a Tevinter mage to be involved in breaking me out.
Well, good. I'd hate for assassins to find me predictable.
A fine evening, is it not, my friends?
Enjoy
Looking for anything in particular?
Not even an army stops the Treviso market.
Almost feels like home.
What sounds good today?
Cafe later?
Welcome to the Dapper Duelist. Good to see you.
If the butcher wants Treviso to thrive, he needs to let ships sail freely.
There's the place. Keep your eyes open. We may not be the only ones interested.
He was my cousin!
We are bound! Don't worry. Teo and Viago sent us.
You're not more... Prove it and kill them! They killed Darren! They killed my cousin! They're weak on the left. Kill them!
That's done. Are you Jacobus?
Darren, my cousin, they... Please, you have to finish Darrett's contract. It's about the Butcher. My cousin was going to spy on the Butcher. He told me we'd pick up the contract from a dead drop. But then... someone has to finish this for Darrett. Please.
We will take care of it. Go back to the diamond.
I will, just give me a minute.
We should see it. That note said Dareth should pick up the contract at the usual place across from Teo and Viago. Follow the marks. The crow who dropped it off left marks for Dareth to follow.
I've spotted them around the city. I think there's one nearby on the walls.
Let's go look. That's a crow marker. Real tricky to throw. That's got to be Dareth's trail. Keep an eye out. Another mark this way.
The market never stops, even during occupation.
Here's another crow mark. Our next crow mark. This is where the marks lead. Dareth's contract must be here somewhere. The Butcher is making poison. Kamek.
I've heard of it. It does things to your mind. Nothing pleasant.
If I were the Butcher, it'd be a good way to keep people in line.
We cannot let the Butcher unleash this on Treviso.
He won't. The Antam brought in a Kamek master to mix the poison. He's at the garrison. We stop him there before this goes any further. Let's go.
So, you're not sure you can trust me, but it was your idea to hire me.
I made the suggestion. Rook made the call. Why? Are you worried I have ulterior motives? That I planted the idea in Rook's head for my own ends?
That wasn't where this was going.
Really?
The Butcher seems more reasonable than most Antam, but he still doesn't want any mages in the city.
Please, go on. That wasn't where this was going.
Really? Because I'd have questions. A Tevinter mage breaks a demon-possessed assassin out of prison. What's her angle?
Mierda. And people say I'm overly suspicious.
Here we go.
How is training?
Fine.
Hold on.
Get
Take them out, quick!
clean strike.
We're in. Let's find the coming master.
About to have a problem.
This place is forbidden! You cannot forbid the crow!
an outsider. Time to test my gift. I am will made flesh. So much flesh. Finally, what the butcher denied has come to me. Prove my worth.
The crows are here to end your threat. Poison up.
Poison. You face the gift of the gods.
Do this again.
It's done. The coming master's dead.
Good riddance.
First things first, let's destroy the rest of the poison. Then we figure out what was going on here. That's the last of the poison, thankfully. Let's look for anything else that explains what's happening. Wait. This note says that wasn't all the Kamek. The Butcher's angry because some went missing.
Who got their hands on it?
No idea. But the note does mention the Butcher's inside traitor. The occupation had help. Taya and Viago need to know they were right.
Are you out of your minds?
Someone had to act.
They most certainly did not! I told you crows to stay out of this!
Out of what? Defending our home?
If we had a stronger civil government instead of a bunch of circus criminals, the Antam wouldn't have a foothold in the first place!
Who is this?
This is Governor Evenchi. They have concerns.
My concern is how you've endangered the city.
We're defending Antiva.
These protections are in place for the good of everyone. You act without oversight.
We crows are the oversight.
And yet, here we are, awash in Antam. And now, you've angered the Butcher.
It's bigger than whatever it is you're whining about. The gods are corrupting some of the Antam.
And the Butcher?
You two are right. He had help taking the city. Human traitors.
I didn't want to believe it. Killing the Butcher does nothing if someone could just sell us out again.
I'd start right here. You Talons are known for infighting and betrayal.
I've had about enough. A fellow crow died for this contract.
That's enough. Rook, thank you for finishing that contract. The only reward we have is to ask you for more.
It's my home too.
Evenchi is right about one thing. The Butcher will not like that we're fighting back.
We need to be ready. Rook, I will have every crow tracking this traitor and the gods, and we will send word when we find something.
The stakes are too high. This should be left to proper officials.
Go back to filing trade receipts, Evenchi. The crows rule Antiva.
And Treviso will be free. With or without you, Governor.
You ever talk to Jacobus?
I tried to
Jacobus doesn't say much. Even less than you.
He's not.
The spirits are returning.
They should be safe now, with the defenders on alert.
These roots may be unbound, Dweller. Seek out what holds it closed.
An altar to a wolf. Bet I know who that's for.
You're keeping an eye on me. Is it the demon or the mage killer name?
Maybe I want the secrets of your coffee supplier.
That's not...
Don't flatter yourself too much. I don't trust anyone on first meeting, and I keep an eye on everything.
Well, if you do want coffee, let me know.
What does spirits spend money on? Never mind. What do you have?
To other shores.
Three seals here. They look more powerful than the ones we saw before. It'll take more than a champion's essence to breach this.
Rook, Ilario sent word. He's got intel on Zara. He wants to meet up. Fancy a trip to Treviso?
Sounds like fun.
Come on. Ilario will meet us at Cafe Pietra. It's not that far from here. We have time before he arrives. I wouldn't mind looking around a while. The markets are running. Good. I need to get some things while we're here. Treviso. I barely had time to look around when we returned from the ossuary.
This place, does it feel very different?
In some ways, more than I expected. But then, perhaps it's me. Ah, here.
A potted plant?
For Harding's garden. Spearmint is supposed to calm bad dreams. It's good in desserts, too.
So you and Ilario are cousins?
Yes, but we're more like brothers. Katarina took us both in, a long time ago now. Here's the place. Bellara mentioned the dayless seafood recipe she wants to make.
The Demon of Virantium is grocery shopping for the team.
Have you seen what they eat? It's a miracle you didn't all starve before you hired me.
When we met, it didn't seem like Ilario and Katarina were close.
It was hard to be close to her, even for me. And I was her favorite. A good selection. Fresh fruit. Nev only eats fried fish. You'd think a detective would have discovered scurvy by now.
Is that everything on the list?
Yes, and Ilario should be here by now. Let's go before he gets himself in trouble.
That's where we're meeting your cousin. Why not the casino?
House Cantori has many talents. Making coffee is not one of them.
You can't buy something for everyone but yourself. Here, this is for you.
A wyvern tooth dagger? I loved wyverns as a boy. Katarina would never let me have one of these, though.
Welcome. Whether you're looking for functional blades or authorized display replicas, you're in the right place.
Finally. I thought you might leave me here all by my lonesome.
Please. You think I'd ever pass up Cafe Pietra's coffee?
You see, Rook, my cousin is all stomach and no heart.
Don't mind him. Ilario cannot appreciate anything but himself. They serve a specialty roast here, Andoral's breath. Bitter and sweet, like a kiss goodbye. You should try it.
You just described my dream cup of coffee. So, have we done enough Three Crows in a coffee shop chatting about nothing to bore the spies?
Just about. The most persistent one gave up when Lucanis started getting all romantic about the roasts.
It's a very good roast. So, you have something?
The crows I sent after Sarah have picked up her trail. They say she's gone to Virantium.
If she was here in Treviso to kill Katarina, she can't be in Virantium already.
Rook's right. Zara's giving you a false lead, cousin.
You have better information?
We're compromised. There's no other way Zara could even touch Katarina. You need your eyes here, in Antiva.
Zara would never be foolish enough to stay. Not with you out for blood.
Of course she would. If the crows protecting her are here.
Rook, reason with him, would you? He's being paranoid.
I am not paranoid. She came after me. She came after Katerina. She will come for you too.
If it'll make you feel better, I'll clean house, all right? Leave it to me.
He's gone.
Of course he is. Ilario always caves under pressure.
Let him. Crow business or not, we'll find Zara ourselves.
Good.
I've never seen you this content before. What happened?
It's starting to sink in that I'm out. It's strange, like a wound that's suddenly numb. These simple moments, they're the stuff of life, worth fighting for. How's your coffee?
Strong enough to take down a god. Ready to head back to the lighthouse?
Almost.
So, Demon of Byrantium.
The name wasn't useful when I got it.
No, but the reputation that went with it.
I suppose I earned it.
And then some. Assuming my sources are accurate.
Past reputation means nothing when your current contract's still open.
I know the feeling.
Rook, do you have a minute?
Of course. Something wrong?
Thea wants to meet.
Any day you spend with the 7th Talon is a good day.
She wants to plan Katerina's funeral.
Oh. Right.
If you don't mind, I could use some backup. In case Spike gets out of hand.
Let's not keep Teo waiting.
Jacobus. How is he?
It is good Rook found Dareth's. Eyre says Jacobus is comforted to know his cousin's death was not in vain.
Work might help focus him, but until he can control that temper, I cannot approve Jacobus as a full-fledged crow.
I feel as you do. We worry about Jacobus. His future seems so dark.
We're crows. There's comfort in the dark.
Jacobus is not yet a crow.
But he's not alone. It can be hard to remember that, however.
Good, you're here.
Thank you for making the arrangements, Thea.
For Katerina? How could I do otherwise? I'm so sorry, Lucanis. This must be such a blow. Rook, thank you for coming with him. I need Juan de la Muerte to plan this. His cousin has been no help at all.
I'm sorry, Thea. This is just too much right now.
What do you need us to do?
There's a lot to plan. But first, I need the ashes.
Ashes?
Make it help us. Yes, the ashes. Katerina's ashes. From the cremation?
Oh, yes, of course. I'll get them to you right away.
Ilario, what happened?
What do you mean?
Katerina, how? How did the Venatori get to her? When? Where? In the estate? In the city? How did they get past our people? What did they use? Poison? Blades? I need to know.
Cousin, stop. You can't dwell on this. It'll drive you mad.
I'm not dwelling. Zara killed the first Talon. I have to know how if I'm going to stop her.
I told you. I'm handling it.
Boys, enough of this. We have other things to discuss.
My apologies, Andradea. Continue without me. I'll get you the ashes.
Something's going on with him. I don't know what.
When he's not on the job, my cousin always has his head in the clouds.
Hilario can be a handful. But this? The only time I've seen him like this was when Lucanis died. You're worrying, aren't you? What will people say if they hear the demon of Byrantium has a big, soft heart?
He's been careless at times, but never when his own life was on the line. Zara took down the first Talon. Anyone could be next. And my cousin doesn't want to think about it?
You have a point. It's not like Hilario to ignore a knife coming at him.
What do you need from me for the funeral?
Come. I'll get us some drinks and we can make the arrangements.
Our house owes you for handling all of this.
Katerina was family. Can you imagine what she'd say if she saw us all like this?
She'd be furious, especially at Hilario, as usual.
She was a smart lady.
She was the best. Of all the Talons, Katerina was the sharpest.
Which makes it even harder to believe this could happen. Nobody could catch her unaware. And now Hilario's got his head in the clouds.
I'll have my people keep an eye on him for you.
Thank you, Thea.
Go on. I'll let you know if something comes up.
And David.
Oh, shit! No! Okay. Try again. Deep breaths. There. Oh, God. Damn it. Oh, no! Sorry. Just breaking things.
Easy there. Smashing things won't help.
Sorry, I'm frustrated. Aren't lining up. The Illuvian was easy. Once I replaced the resonance crystals, adjusted the lyrium lens, it worked fine. I mean, I had to realign the matrices, but it just worked. Not like this thing.
This stuff's thousands of years old. Nobody could figure it out right away. Also, what is it exactly?
It's the Nodus Dirthalin, the 8th archive. I heard it was gone forever, but here it is.
So, what does it do?
It knows things, whatever its creator knew, at least. So much knowledge, all the wonders of Elvenon. Or at least bits of them, which is more than we have. Once I figure it out, at least, whoever made it was powerful, but clumsy. It's resonating off tempo. Need to match it. First, introduce a microfracture, but before that, you'll need the Fate harmonics, so... Sorry, I ramble sometimes. I'm a rambler. Ruined a lot of relationships. Most of the people I've been with didn't care for it. And I'm doing it. Again.
It's an ancient elven artifact. Unstable one. Just get it working and try not to blow anything up.
Oh, okay. I'll remember that. I'll get back to it. Soon. But I think I need a break. Maybe take a nap and I can finish later.
We can't wait too long.
Right. A short nap, then. Anyways, let me know if you need me. I'll be ready.
They'd found someone who could fix their mirror. One of Arlethan's own Veil Jumpers. Just what they were looking for. And Bellara had found something else. An artifact that held a wealth of lost knowledge. But a prize like that was going to attract more attention than they'd bargained for.
I'm heading out to practice my new magic. I could use some moral support. I really have to get better at using my new abilities. Don't want to drop a rock on someone's head.
The dock's been fixed. The caretaker must be regaining control of the crossroads. Are you one spirit who moves around, or different spirits who all look the same?
As needed, Dweller.
Right.
The deeper currents.
That scent. I can't place it.
For a moment, it smelled like Docktown after it rains.
Could be magic from the ancient elves. The Anton. Here.
See who ends this.
Not too bad. Take these shots.
Crossroads, Guardians. Now the Antam. Stay alert.
I sense a way through, Dweller. Find that which seals the path.
If what happened at Demeter's Crossing spreads,
Not much we can do to stop it. Have to attack.
when did the troubles begin?
Recently. Around the time Solus's ritual went wrong.
The animals sensed it right away, before we even knew. Whole flocks of birds scattered to the wind. I figured something wicked was brewing, then the Hala made scarce, and I knew for sure.
What do we have here?
You know, you're somewhat famous among the Shadow Dragons. At least the Demon of Virantium is.
Famous or infamous?
Because you're a mage killer. You turned that title on the Venatori. That's a point in your favor.
I saw some of the Shadows work before. Well, anyway, their good opinion is worth having.
We're not alone. Now's your chance.
Time to finish it.
Still in one piece.
Got to move.
Where's the Hala? We need the Hala. It is so dark out here. Is the path shifting? The tracks go in circles. But how? No, we're not lost.
Maybe.
Trapped. Can't get out. Oh, it hurts. It's dark. Please. They didn't know what to do. They didn't want to die. Stop the thoughts. Stop the fears. Quiet, please. Make it quiet.
This is how it starts. Emotion overwhelms the spirit, and it goes bad.
Could this spirit sense the agony of the Dalish who recently died in the forest?
Help them. Help me. I fixed the mirror. I fixed it. Why is it still ruining everything? Stop.
Huh. The giant owl. Must be something to this.
Stay in cover. Don't cross the crow. Just say when.
Another statue. There's an Alpha there somewhere who really likes owls. This Aravel has seen better days.
Part of a Bailey's caravan. Did they make it out? We have company.
Thanks for calls.
Anytime.
They're at range.
Got us in the distance. Got us at range. Ready. Well, that's done.
Be ready.
I got eyes on them.
Got us from a distance.
Ready, Rook?
Where's my...
All set.
Ready, Rook?
Those statues don't look right.
They aren't statues. Those were people.
What happened to them? It's like they were frozen mid-stride. Another one of those owl statues.
They're trees. They would have felt themselves being transformed by magic and could not escape.
Saw another one of these corpses earlier. It must be happening all over, and the spirit must have sensed it. Broken alluvion over there. No fixing that. He couldn't stop it from corrupting everything around it, including himself. Ugh. The horrible way to go.
It would make a good trap. A target wouldn't see it coming.
Let's not stick around and become dessert.
Company on the right.
Get out of there! I'm ready. Let's go. Understood. Just say when.
Everyone still alive?
What's this? A Hala statuette. They died holding this. And all these Hala corpses. Didn't that spirit say something about Hala?
Tracking, Hala. Getting lost in the dark. Then trouble.
It's completely burned. That must have been a big fire. And this scorched relic. Is this what started the blaze?
A fire like this would have been terrifying. So the spirit gets overwhelmed by fear.
More trouble.
Under fire! Watch it!
On it.
That one.
Save a little for the rest of us, Rook.
How's that? Look out!
On the job.
End it now!
We're in the clear.
I found some. They came in for shelter and couldn't get out. The spirit probably felt their fear too. So many dead. So many things left behind. I wonder if we could somehow memorialize them. Let's head back to that spirit. Maybe we can ease its distress somehow. What do we have here?
Understood.
Got us the range!
say they were.
They're down. I'm on it.
Another owl. What the heck? Whole forest is weird. Here goes. Any ideas what that does?
I'd bet it taps into the Fade. But how is the question? Elven artifacts can get complicated.
Maybe it's connected to all the floating ruins.
Everything is in there. Our lives, our bodies. It burns. Oh, it burns.
I found those people. You don't have to feel this way anymore.
Oh, so much fear before the darkness. Make it quiet. Make it go away.
I don't understand.
It would be appeased with a simple gesture that makes it believe the dead are at rest. Spirits of comfort. Very empathetic, but not the brightest, according to Spite.
Here goes. You are fighters, scholars, explorers, friends, family, and lovers. We will remember you as you lived, and not as you died. Go in peace. Rest well.
A moment of pain does not undo a lifetime of hope. Thank you.
Another owl. Look at that. We might be able to restore that bridge.
A useful shortcut if we ever need it.
Look at this. I bet it came in handy. You have to hand it to the ancient elves. They love their statues. Such craftsmanship. Handmade from stone?
Rook, I think you covered it.
Okay.
Nothing. You're just so serious.
So are you.
Cynical, sure. Married to the job.
What?
Nothing. You're just so serious.
So are you.
Cynical, sure. Married to the job, I'll give you that one too, but serious? Have I crossed that line? Well, what now? Do I brood to the middle distance? Speak in solemn tones?
All right, all right. Take it back. The number of wisps that find you in the lighthouse is unnerving. Spite agrees.
The three of us on the same page. Well, isn't that something?
If by something, you mean also unnerving.
This could be one of the Evanuris. Might even be Gillenane or Elganon.
Wonder who carved it, and what they think now.
This artifact isn't working right. Maybe if I looked at the crystals it's connected to. The person who set this up was in contact with someone or something from the Fade. Another of those Fenrir references.
Is traced back to the Venatori.
Too many, if you're hoping the cult's not a problem. Not enough if you want to blame them for every hurt the city suffers.
Of course.
If you want a less complicated answer, you won't find it in Miraculous.
You were saying?
Not enough if you want to blame them for every hurt the city suffers.
Of course.
If you want a less complicated answer, you won't find it in Mirathus or anywhere else.
That's all the crystals. Hopefully that fixes the artifacts. That's a person, or was, and it came out of the Fade.
Spide does not like this. It's familiar to him. Rituals to encourage. Possession.
Might be best if we stop tampering. The forest will reclaim it. Let's see if we can figure this out.
You're an independent? There's no detectives guild in Minrathos?
They're called city guards, usually, and they're useless.
There must be other detectives in the city, though. The weight of Minrathis does not sit solely on you.
Depends on which day of the week you're asking.
We got it.
This should be perfect. It's wide open, lots of rocks, and away from people. I don't want to try anything where I could hit someone.
Do you actually think you might hurt someone?
Not on purpose. If I can actually work my magic safely, maybe I can convince you it isn't bad. Come on.
The new abilities are a bit worrisome, but I'm sure they'll be useful. You could use them to get places you can't reach, things like that.
Good point. I should try it out, don't you think? All right. See this rock? I'm gonna move it. Oh, awkward.
Don't give up. You're still new at this.
I can do this. I can do this.
You can do this.
But I did it before, when we were fighting Darkspawn.
We were in danger, maybe that helped.
So, a mental cue. Some kind of emotional trigger.
Maybe you could think about how your abilities protect us.
Instinct. Protection. Shield myself. Shield others. If I had this magic before, I could have... I could have protected the people who matter.
You can't be everywhere, even with these abilities.
I should give up and not even try?
Didn't say that. I just meant that no one's safe forever, even with magic.
Either way, I think I'll need more practice with this. Don't you?
I wonder what's up there. Think you could find us a route?
Maybe. I'll take a look. Right.
I bet you could move this to give us something to climb on.
Of course.
Well done.
The multitudes called out, finding solace in each other.
What?
I don't know. I was just saying something, wasn't I? It just came to me.
You think you could clear a path for us?
Leave it to me.
Look at that. You're getting good.
Heard ya. There you go.
Practice is really helping, huh?
I might even be ready for a bigger challenge now. So many rocks. And they feel different. That one's granite. That one's slate. I think that one might be quartz. I wonder if the rock's composition affects my magic. Sorry, just thinking out loud. Let's get back to it. Practicing, I mean. You got it.
At least you're learning to control the abilities. That's a good sign.
I know you were a bit worried, but I really think it'll be fine.
What was that?
Someone's in trouble.
Over here, Harding. We need to move quick.
I can't move.
Hold on. Up over there. I bet that's where he is. There's no way up from here. Let's look around.
How about if you move this rock? There he is. Let's hurry. Easy.
Maker, I thought I was dead for sure.
You got lucky. Really lucky.
The rocks. How did you do that?
Harding?
Do you hear that?
Hear what?
Sister, I feel you, touched by the ancients as I was. Find me. Look to those closest to the stone, and find me.
Harding? What's wrong? What are you hearing?
I'm sorry. Let's just get our friend to safety, and then we'll talk. Ugh. Okay.
Without a guild, who negotiates your contracts?
I do.
How do you keep track of the going rates for detectives all over Minrathos?
I don't.
Mierda. I should introduce you to my negotiator.
That did it. Another owl. Watch out. Look at that.
Aqueducts. Must be how the ancient elves supplied their empire with water.
Watch out. Look at that.
They're close.
I wonder what this is about. You've been quiet?
I know. Just thinking. But I said we'd talk, didn't I? I heard a voice after we saved that man. It told me I was touched by the ancients and that I should seek it out. Seek her out.
Voices. I don't like that at all.
I know what it must look like, but something tells me the voice wants to help. What if she's like me? Maybe that's why only I heard her. She said to look to those closest to the stone to locate her.
Meaning?
The children of the stone. Dwarves. Not surfacers like me, but the ones from the deep roads. Almost 10 years ago, a shaper from Orzammar bonded with a titan.
Titans. Ancients. You think it's related?
It would make sense, wouldn't it? Volta. That was the shaper's name. Maybe there are more like her down there.
And our other problem? The gods?
Learning about my magic can only help our fight. I'm sure of it.
As long as you're sure.
I know some people in Orzammar. I'll reach out. If I hear anything, you'll be the first to know.